Alright, let's see. Kynes Grove. Okay, so Kynes Grove should be right there. Okay. You okay there, Kaiden? You look a little cold. What was that? Okay, come on, you guys. Okay.
No, you don't want to go up there. A dragon, it's attacking.
Wait, what? Where's the dragon?
It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon burial mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out. Come on, hurry. We might be too late.
Oh, Delphine. There's another dragon. I hate to say this, but I'm freezing. Where? Come on, let's clear this weather for a second, shall we? Oh, goodness.
Lorcan's eyes. Look at that big bastard. Keep your head down. Let's see what it does.
See what it does. It's gonna revive a dragon. Didn't you say that already?
Salokunir, Zil Gro Dova Ursa. Slen.
Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I thought.
It's coming back to life.
Alduin Turi. Oantid Vokri Hasrixejun Kuzig. Ger Salokunir. Kalimir. Full side
Dovahkiin.
Zuu. Korav need no dove to high.
You're talking to me, aren't you?
You do not even know our tongue, do you? Such arrogance to dare take for yourself the name of Dova. Salukanir, Kridar Jur.
I'm going to check that out.
Oh, great. Now we gotta kill the dragon?
Fight bravely, my friend. Let us put an end to this together.
Come on down here, you big... Ah! Okay, yes. Oh, that made me dizzy. Ouch. Whoa. Wow. Okay, yep, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know what's happening, but I'm good. Ugh.
I am Salok.
Without you guys, I probably would have died. Thanks.
That's above.
The rest of today is out there beyond the mist, so let us go.
This fog of the sea.
Well,
Gods above. It's true, isn't it? You really are Dragonborn.
yeah.
I owe you some answers, don't I?
Yeah, you
Go
do.
ahead.
Mist.
Whatever you want to know.
Won't know what's
Nothing
in
held
there
back.
Till it bites you.
So who are you and what do you want with me?
I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer.
For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them.
Okay, so what's the next move?
The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is.
I think my eyes have steamed up.
What makes you think the Thalmor are bringing dragons back?
Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor?
So we need to find out what the Thalmor know about the dragons. Any ideas?
If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia.
So how do we get inside?
I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
Okay. How about we head down and relax at the inn, because I think there's an inn here. Plus, I want to talk to Kaiden about why he was in prison. So much has been going on, I haven't had a chance to talk to him about it. Whoa. Whew. Okay, I'm good. I didn't just almost run into a tree. I hope this is an inn and I'm not just being weird. The inn. You guys hear that too, right? Dragon roars? There you go.
I will eat. Do you want something or not? If I were a dragon, you would terrify me. Anyway, Delphine is a blade, eh? She does not seem that sharp to me.
Any thoughts, Inigo?
I'm thinking that it is colder outside than it is in here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mind if, do you want to relax here?
Okay, I will unwind a while.
Kaiden.
So, Delphine is a blade. In which case, I can't really blame her for being so elusive. I wouldn't mind picking a brain if I get the chance.
Oh, I bet. So, what happened with the Thalmor?
Aye, guess I owe you that. I'd been trying to find a way to cross the border into Pale Pass. Ever since Helgen, it's been near impossible to get into Cyrodiil without a stack of papers for the Empire to keep track of you. In the meantime, I've been picking up bounty contracts to keep some coin in my pocket. I must have drawn too much attention to myself. I'd been camping by the lake when they ambushed me. Seems the Thalmor don't ever need much evidence to bring in a suspect. They took one look at that sword, decided I'd be a good target for interrogation, and dragged me off to that abandoned prison.
Weren't you scared?
Brynjar used to say, if you're not a little afraid, you're not understanding the situation. Fear I can deal with easily enough. But there was a moment or two when I started to think it really would be the end for me. The Thalmor would never have let me go, no matter what I told them. You faced damn mortality too. Perhaps you know the feeling.
I've been through so much coming to Skyrim. It's more than you know.
Apologies. I didn't mean to prod old wounds. But after all that's happened, you're still standing.
The Thalmor will come after you again, you know.
Probably. And I'll be ready for them. Live and learn, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's rest here for a while.
About time we stop for a drink. First round's on me.
Poor Rogi. If you're feeling charitable, buy the Nordham mead. He's good for it.
Who's Rogi?
He's been in Kynes Grove forever. Great storyteller. Keeps everyone's spirits up. Owes me a lot of coin for drinks. I keep telling him not to worry about it, but he's got the stubborn Nord blood. Damn fool doesn't have the coin to pay me back, so he just beats himself up over it, and then he gets thirsty and it cycles all over again.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He'll be fine. I just hate worrying about his worrying.
I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thanks.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I will do, thank you. Let's change. I want to talk to Inigo about a few things. There. Oh, Inigo. You're making a mess over here.
Yes, my friend.
Mind if I ask you something?
Go ahead, ask away.
Tell me more about your past.
My father showed my brother and I how to use a sword. My mother taught us the bow. Happy childhood memories.
Can you tell me some more? I'm really interested in learning more about you.
I grew up in Riverhold, not far from Cyrodiil. My brother and I headed for the Imperial City to find our fortune when we came of age. I found love, for a time at least. My brother found death.
Death?
I will come to that soon. There is a little more to hear first.
Love?
Well, now that I think about it, maybe it was not love. It was brief and, as it turned out, one-sided. Anyway, all that happened later.
So... Stop being elusive, tell me more.
My mother and father are both gone. They died protecting a trading caravan a few years back. I guess I am an orphan again.
Oh... What were your parents like?
I suppose they were a bit of an odd couple, being an Argonian and a Khajiit, but they adored each other. And us. Despite their previous profession, they were good people.
I'm sorry for your loss, Inigo.
That means a great deal. Thank you. My brother and I found much work as sellswords. We never made it to the Imperial City, but we made a lot of coin.
What kind of jobs did you do?
A bit of giant killing here, a bit of witch slaying there. We took gold when it was offered, but sometimes we worked for nothing. It is hard to deny those in need, whether they have coin or not. We made more than enough from those who could pay anyway.
Where did your travels take you?
All over Cyrodiil, from the Gold Coast to the Gerald Mountains. It is a wonderful land, but quite tame compared to Skyrim. Those were happy times, traveling or working during the day, camping out under the stars at night. Life was good.
I'm enjoying hearing about your past, Inigo. Can you tell me more?
I awoke one morning to a lot of noise outside our tent. My brother staggered in, bleeding, and pushed our father's sword into my hand. He said that if I loved him, I would run. He used the last of his strength to rip out the back of the tent and push me down the slope beyond. Some Khajiit-hating locals had blamed us for a spate of robberies in the area and had decided to take the matter into their own hands. 12 of them had snuck up on us in the night. My brother died, but I live because of him.
I'm sorry. Losing your brother like that must have been terrible.
Yes, that morning I lost all that was dear to me. Unfortunately, I also uncovered a side of myself I never knew existed.
Do you ever wish you'd stayed and fought?
Every day, my friend. Every day.
What was your brother's name?
His name was Fergus. I miss him very much, but part of me is glad he did not witness what became of me after his passing.
I'm sure if you had died instead of him, he may have traveled a similar path.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I hit rock bottom and kept digging. He would have been stronger.
Can you tell me more?
I was recruited by a group of bandits a few years ago. That is when I discovered skooma. It was the beginning of a lot of nastiness.
I see.
I was with a bandit girl for a while. Turns out she was using me. She wanted protection, not affection. As soon as she found someone more psychopathic, I was dropped like a sack of troll dung.
Oh. Did you love her?
I thought I did. We dulled each other's pain somewhat. She seemed like the only bright thing in a very dark place. Regrettably, she was a vicious, manipulative harpy.
She was a harpy, huh?
I left the bandits and took the only ally I had with me. He was also an addict, but we thought we had it under control. His name was Felix. He was a big fellow, good in his scrap. We became mercenaries together.
And then what?
After a few months, Felix and I had made a little gold, but our addiction to skooma was getting in the way. No one trusts an addict, my friend. Especially not another addict.
Do you ever miss it?
From time to time my body does, but my mind is made up. I am never touching this stuff again. It helped me smother some painful memories, but it took my sense and reason as payment. It was not a fair trade.
I see. Can you tell me more about Felix?
There is not much to tell. He never spoke about his past, but it was clear he had also been through a great deal before becoming a bandit. That life did not seem to suit him. He had been an educated man at some point, I am sure of it. He was violent, but he had retained some dim vestige of honor. I wish we had met under different circumstances.
I see. I'm sorry I keep prying in ego, but I'm just very interested in you.
One day, Felix burst into my chamber. Instinct took over and I reacted. His murder was my second-to-last step on the road of dishonor. Trying to kill you was my last. My journal tells the rest. Read it if you want. I do not enjoy speaking of these things. That is my story. Not a happy one, but maybe the happy stuff is still to come.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to join me? Take a seat.
Oh, alright. And then you get up and move. You're so silly. In you go.
Shall we take a seat or are we leaving?
We are not leaving. I wanted to read your journal. I believe you have it on you.
What are we trading?
Well, I would like to have your journal, and you can have these arrows. Because I am not I'm a good archer, but not...
You are still busy? Remember to get me when you are done.
Alright. Let's take a look at his journal. He said he doesn't want to talk about it. I've told him before, though, that I've never met him before. Today I had to kill Felix with his own damned sword. Fool attacked me. He was planning to murder me for the last of the skooma. He did not ask, did not inquire. He just burst into my room with a shriek and started slicing. Poor wretch had been clean for days. He got me in the leg before I could finish him. A little extra skooma will take the edge off the pain tonight. Selling the rest tomorrow. I'm done with the stuff. I'm missing Felix today. Shame I had to kill him. Could not find a buyer for the stuff, but I did meet a fancy man called Dupin at the docks earlier. He says he has a job for me and that it is well paid. I'll be working with another mercenary. I hope whoever it is respects my property. I am to meet Dupin and my new partner next week in Skyrim. I always knew destiny would bring me back there. Sometimes I hear Felix talking to me, even though I know he's dead. He blames me for killing him. I blame him for being a bloody skooma addict. He's back again, whispering from the shadows. You did not have to murder me, Inigo. Shut up. You should have just listened to me, Inigo. Shut up, Felix. Stop haunting me. I was clean for days, Inigo. It is you who is the addict. Quiet. Please be quiet. I was not going to kill you, Inigo. I was going to help you. No, you lie. You were a skooma head. You stole from me more than once to feed your habit. A habit we share, Inigo. Wow, he definitely lost his mind. Skooma's all gone. It was the only thing keeping Felix quiet. I need to get more before the big job. Am I an addict? Felix, leave me be. I am sorry. Lucky me. I found a dealer this morning before I met my new companion. It is not good stuff, and I only had enough gold to buy a little, but it'll have to do. My partner seems likely enough. We can certainly get the job done. We can get the job done, that is for sure. We got into a bit of a scuffle with some thugs, and, well, I'm glad I was not one of them. I think we make a good team. The air is so fresh here. This land is very beautiful. My new friend is off catching dinner. Felix has been quiet all day. We met with Dupin and his sister today. Yes, he has a sister, a very pretty lady indeed. Turns out Dupin had 2 brothers as well. We are to track and kill them both. Dupin is the youngest, but feels he is more deserving of their father's inheritance. He says all they do is drink and fight and dirty the family name. We're going to be paid very well for this. My companion wants to buy a horse with the takings. All I can think about is skooma. Dupin says that if only one of us makes it back, the survivor will get the full reward. What a thing to say. Now we will be watching our backs when we should be protecting each other. We set off at dawn, heading north. We should get to the first keep in a few days. My partner and I shared many stories, and we even sang a little as we traveled. I think we are becoming friends. I used the last of the skooma today. Oh, what I would do to never have this worry and want again. Felix is back, but quieter than before. Maybe I can kick the habit this time. I have good company and gold on the way. We were attacked by a pack of ugly wolves this afternoon. My friend took care of most of them, but I got 2. I think we trust each other. What a powerful ally I have made. My hands have begun to shake a little, but I will suffer it. Hush now, Felix. Hush. Brother 1 is no more. He was an evil piece of work, but stupid as a rock. He did not seem to notice half his men were dead until I put my dagger to his throat. We found a poor serving girl tied up in his bedchamber. We released her and other servants before we burned the place down. As long as word doesn't reach the next brother before we do, all will be well. I'm very sick. My new friend knows something is up. On the upside, Felix has been quiet all day. I've decided to go back on the skooma as soon as possible. It is only a problem when I don't have it. With my share of our reward, I will not have to worry about waiting for 10 years, maybe more, or wanting for 10 years, maybe more. My companion has grown less talkative. I am ill but on my feet. Mood swings, sweats. I fear my friend is growing wary of me. I may wake up dead tomorrow. It may be a relief. Felix is gone, I think. I was not killed in the night. My companion is packing up our camp. I'm too weak. We are about to take on brother number 2, but hardly a word passes between us. If only one of us returns, the reward is doubled. This is what my friend is thinking. I could not defend myself in this state. I must make the first move. I must put some distance between us and use my bow from cover. I am a wretch and a fool, but I will not die today. If I do this right, I will not have to worry about wanting for 20 years, maybe more. That was the last entry. Wow, Inigo. And then I met him in the prison after he tried to repent. I have very interesting companions. I don't know. I'm too exhausted with everything. I think I need some rest.